What is going on, everyone, and welcome to this month's edition of the EU portion of Fight Nights here for PlayStation Tournaments. I will be your host, Mr. Aquaman, going to be flying solo for this portion of Fight Nights today, so bear with me as we're all waking up here in North America. But for these guys, it's going to be an early afternoon of some crazy Mortal Kombat action with a little bit of something on the line, guys. It is going to be Mortal Kombat 11 here on PlayStation. We have, at the moment, I believe 7 of 8 competitors here for this EU portion. We'll get into who that's going to be in just a moment. Let's go ahead and break down what the format is. Who are we? Why are we here? What are we even playing? The game Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate. It is going to be an 8-person bracket. Like I said, tonight we may have 7. I did see that one person did not check in, but I'll get in just a second. Normally an 8-person bracket, double elimination, best of 3, and then when we get to the finals, that is winners finals, losers finals, and grand finals, that is top 3, it will turn into a best of 5 situation. A couple of more games with a lot on the line. Speaking of what's on the line, let's take a look at the pricing. Going to be a $500 prize pool on the line tonight, and that is going to be broken down between top 4 of this tournament tonight. First place going to be getting $200, second place $150, third $100, and fourth $50 just for some MK sitting at home. This is going to be a remote competition, everyone competing there through PlayStation. And without further ado, let's see who is going to be competing for this beautiful prize pool tonight. I saw a couple of names that scared me looking at previous tournaments here on Fight Nights. We have, I mean, looking at Murko alone, a 4-time champion here on Fight Nights, has won 4 of the previous 6 that he has entered. That is ridiculous. Taking first place in the last one, and we may even get a run back of grand finals of last month's EU portion of Fight Nights here, as it was Zyppery versus Murko in grand finals just last month. And that is one of my big notes, is that Zyppery had quite a display last month, getting 7th, and then all of a sudden, 2nd place was in grand finals. That's an interesting top half of the bracket. Black Mamba in here. Haven't seen a lot of Black Mamba in action. I'm excited, as I've seen a couple of other new faces, to me at least, in the form of Milo or Milo. Hope you can correct me on the pronunciation of that. Saw Rockin' Jackie last month. Very, very impressive. And even going Kahn in the top 3 last month. And I got to watch watched that back. I wasn't watching live, unfortunately, but I watched it back, and I did see Infinity and Saki pop off for me when Kotal Kahn hit the screen. So, Milo, can we get some Kotal Kahn? Can we get some Kotal Kahn? Please, Jackie to Kotal, though, what a duplicitous edge to bring to the table for them. And then we've, of course, got Skarox Trophy, another name that I'm not super familiar with, that I want to see what he brings to the table. I saw the Noob Saibot last month in action, was really using a lot of different approaches to offense with Noob Saibot, was using a lot of short hops, was using a lot of different staggers that I really like to see. So that's going to be an interesting round one matchup here. Definitely effective against Jackie. And then Kitana, Kahn, Omie. I mean, I don't even know what to say. Both of these players have gotten multiple runner-ups. Kitana, Kahn, a previous champion. Omie is a 3-time runner-up. Kitana, Kahn, a 2-time runner-up here. Just this being a round one, potential round two lineup of previous champions and people that average second to third. This is going to be one crazy bracket. And I believe the first match that we are going to get together will be Black Mamba versus Murko. So I hope you guys are ready for some EU Mortal Kombat action here early on. Early for me, it might be late for some of you. I do apologize. How you guys doing? I see the chat going crazy. Heck yeah. Everyone here for some Mortal Kombat. So does anyone in chat know who Black Mamba plays by chance? One of the only players I have, look at how many notes I have here. The only person I didn't get a lot of notes on. Okay. Black Mamba and Skarox Trophy, but I did get to watch that Noob Saibot in action in the previous run. So Black Mamba is really a wild card for me in this one, but has such a tall order against Murko, and Murko has placed third, first, fifth, first in the last 6 PlayStation Fight Nights that he has entered with that Scorpion. And to make a note, that tonight's bracket is going to be filled with a lot of classic characters on display. Omie and Murko averaging top 3 together. They've been rocking the classics, Scorpion, Sub-Zero. It's been Mixed Town. It has been Neutral Safe Town. Complete opposite ends of the spectrum, complete opposite ends of the bracket. We might get fire and ice colliding. I'm just going to paint that picture for you guys. It might be a masterpiece here this evening. I love it when those two throw down. Kitana, Kahn always in the mix. In the last 5 tournaments for Kitana, Kahn here, first, second, fourth, 7th. That's pretty crazy considering the depth of field that we know here for the EU portion of the bracket. Black Mamba plays Kitana. Ooh, another classic, because oddly enough, Kitana, Kahn will not be playing Kitana most likely. We will probably be seeing the Cetrion from Kitana, Kahn, just a safe beast. And Kitana, Kahn backed up with incredible neutral. I mean, what more can you want here? And Zyppery. We might be seeing Noob Saibot as well. So it looks like we'll be jumping to the third match of this bracket here to start things off. Guys, I'm actually going to open up the bracket myself so I can follow along. If you guys hit exclamation point bracket in the chat, you guys can follow along as well. On the bracket here, yes, so it's going to be Milo versus Skarox. And Milo, I'm here, which means I better be seeing some Kotal Kahn. I'm trying not to be biased. I'm trying not to potentially skew a matchup by telling a player in this who to pick. But hey, I'd like to see some Kotal Kahn. That's all I'm saying. PlayStation, it's my one. It's my one time being biased. I'm going to get it over with. I want to see some Kotal Kahn. But with that being said, what is the matchup going to be? We honestly could. Let me break that down for you as to why. Skarox plays Noob Saibot. Noob Saibot is one of the few characters that has tools to harass Jackie from the leap pressure in neutral, having these massive swinging buttons that you can't even hit. I can't hit them, but they can hit you. And that gives Jackie a problem with her lack of range. So when it comes to buttons versus buttons, Noob Saibot can really just harass her. She's going to have a hard time counter poking down 3 and a few other things, really minute things in the matchup. Whereas Kotal Kahn, the Noob Saibot would be a little bit different story. They both are annoying for each other, so it's all about who's really in control. If Kotal Kahn gets a hit, Noob Saibot is going to be struggling. If Noob Saibot gets the space and a health lead, Kotal Kahn is going to be struggling. That's such a good, it all depends on the situation, I think, what the matchup is going to be. So we'll see what he's more comfortable with. Is he going to be more comfortable with getting the Jackie steamrolling or steamrolling with Kotal Kahn? I think that's going to be the pick here. We're showing Kotal Kahn, which I respect. I don't know if the production team is just doing that for me, though. Let's make a note of that. Oh, and here we go. It is going to be the Kotal Kahn pick. Let's go! The sun is going to be praised, baby. Steps back into the forward two, looking to make a new sidebot whip early on, it looks like, with that back movement. The pressure's already on. Wow, what a press of a button there by Skarox to challenge command grab and beat it. Fortune definitely favors the bold against Papa Kahn. The pizzas are in the oven, and it's your job to stop him from coming. Oh, that jump kick. That's going to be a big battle to look for in this matchup, too. Kotal Kahn's jump-ins versus the down 4 anti-airs of Noob Sidebot, because if he's on point, it really does stop Kotal Kahn at a certain distance from pressing almost anything. Stops him from forward 2-ing, stops him from forward 1-ing, jumping in. Stops a lot of those buttons because they're so slow, and down 4 is just going to harass. Closes the gap. That was such an approach, and what a tech from Milo here. Back to the corner. And what a step back again to get him to whip. That has been coming in clutch here early on. These are the bold challenges from both there. Not afraid to let it rip on, you know, it could be down 4 shadow, and it could get you burned. But Milo, not afraid to press. Dancing around the space. That was ridiculous. Double fatal blow. But straight hits. This is very no. That could have been genius. It could have worked in another dimension, in another multiverse. Kotal Kahn, the forward 2 could have moved, I think, beyond the fatal blow distance. If he would have waited and then done it, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that you can outmaneuver it if it's timed well. But because he did it at the start of forward 2, it got there at the end. The travel time had already gone, and that's going to be the first round. Skarox. Bold. That's the second missed face forward. Dash throw in. That's going to be a face check. It sucked him out of the sky. Those are those just big active frames that are hard to challenge, right? That are hard to challenge. If you're anyone fighting Noob Sidebot at that range. Big kick confirm. I like that he cut that early. I love that he cut that early. To get less space to close to the corner. If you guys are watching and we're trying to learn something here, you're like, why didn't you try to... He booted him! Oh my goodness! Oh, no. We have just witnessed Mortal Kombat 11 history, and that is going to be a drink of the potion, and back to the corner you go, the Hawaiian punch Tornore. This is getting hype. I cannot believe we just witnessed him sweet chin music, Noob Sidebot out of a teleport. As one of the twins would say, oh my days. Reaper, I don't even know, I'm going crazy. Kotal Kahn's on the screen. What a scary spot. And if you just saw the forward 1, I wonder if he was looking for some type of just swing of like a forward 1 con cut or something. A lot of this match is uncomfortableness right here. Someone's back is to the wall. Both of them, their buttons can do weird things to each other, these max ranges. Oh, now we're just pressing. Marching. Gets the anti-air. There goes the defensive bar. This Skarox is going to go in the offense now. Catches him pressing. Those down 4s will get you. Even like what Milo attempted there, the down 3 round block, noticing that he's not checking back immediately, and he's trying to get him to whiff with that backdash again. Righty squad, you know it. Kotal Kahn. Oh, nothing buffered off of it. They're forced to break away. This is huge. He's gonna command grab. No, he has him in such fear. And then when he does go for the throw, oh, is it too late? The damage is done here. Anything in the shadow can kill. No reaction. Ladies and gentlemen, what just happened? Both of them froze in time, space, and continuum. Nothing happened. That was incredible. It went from about 2 minutes of nothing but buttons being pressed, nothing but offense, no hesitation, no surrender, and then both of them went to nothing. So much craziness had happened that they had finally both had enough, both got scared, and what a freeze at the end. I think they were both negative on block. They both didn't want to press. They both didn't want to take their turn.
Noob Cybot. Jackie Briggs.
And then throw. Kahn getting tossed aside once more.
Karon ship.
Not like this. To Jackie Briggs. What a game one though. Really could have gone either way. It came down to what I expected it to. That awkwardness that is that Kahn versus Noob Cybot matchup.
Round 1.
This is going to at least enforce, maybe pressure a little bit more for him. It definitely looked like Skarox was comfortable in the neutral against Kahn, which is really the key, one of the biggest keys to beating Kahn. If you can stop that man from just pressing his massive buttons, you're going to have a good time. I love that he's trying to put that out there early, maybe reading a dash punch, maybe reading a forward 2. Similar reads that you make against Kahn with those bigger buttons, and Jackie's definitely going to be able to do them. I say all of this that Milos could be doing, and he's just getting kicked in the mouth for the entire round, and that's going to be it. Hook, line, and sinker.
Ah, damn.
Round 2.
There's what he can do in the matchup. Well, if he gets the hit, that's what can happen right there, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that was optimal for no reason. It was optimal through the breakaway, and then the forced block into the dot damage. That was just disgusting. Milo's playing a little bit different with this Jackie, I would say. There's one way to get Jackie off in this matchup. That up shadow, I would say, is needed in this matchup. Every Noob Cybot I see excel here is able to stop those, you know, either the reads of when the shrapnel is going to end or just a reaction on the approach. Oh, a back two will do it too. Tried it late. You saw the shadow just kind of go out there into oblivion. The stagger and the throw. That's exactly what won in the previous game. Let's it rip, and it's gonna catch on Jackie. Is this death? She might be dead. I'm gonna say it. That last sickle? I'm a liar. Right to everyone's face. Oh no.
Finish him.
And Milo, even though he's playing Jackie, I'm going to say it. I'm going to call him out. Here on PlayStation, I'm going to call him out. He just did the most Kahn thing I've ever seen. Down one, something, down one to close that out. And this is a character that, what's the down one mix up with Jackie? It's really just what, down one grease kick? Is she going to have the cojones to do down one grease kick on block? And you saw that he wasn't afraid to do that with Kahn in the previous game either, with his down threes. Just down three, down three, down three, looking to try to get you to counter poke. And I think that he has Skarox in a little bit of a blender when it comes to the defense.
Jackie Briggs.
Confidence in multiple pokes means that you're confident in what you've gotten your opponent to think you're going to do with those pokes. And that's coming from someone who has built his entire game plan, meaning me, on mashing my buttons. But there are mind games. There is a method to the madness sometimes. And what's his method? Down one grease kick. Let's find out in the next chapter of Fight Nights.
Round 1. Fight!
Starting off with the goop. Okay, got a great amount of damage to the breakaway though. You gotta take the W's for what they are, and I love that he didn't extend beyond the first normal right there. That is just asking to be punished, guys. If you're ever gonna just put out a button and let it whip for 20 years, you're asking and you're praying to get smacked with something. Oh, the anti-air! This has been the precision goop, and that was through the invincibility. Underneath it and through for the punish. Milo with his Jackie looks like an entirely different monster, and look at the string getting the whip punish for him. Unnecessary goop to cause a fatal blow to whip. Normally it's a 2v1 in Noob Cybot's favor, but Jackie and her goop are making this an even battle. Oh, the reversal dash punch coming in for the kill. Lets it all rip. Unloads all the meter. And Skarox stands his ground and is a single hit away. Let's it rip it. Are you going to take your turn? You are. This is going to get you killed. The drop kick. Oh. Now one game apiece this early, guys. This is going to be a match point for Skarox. What's up, Rip? What's up, everyone? Hope you guys are enjoying the show. Gonna be a solo commentary fest today. So hope you guys are fans of the old Atlantean Scream, baby. I don't even know what to call it. We're in. Milo feeling the pressure of match point against him. Look at this. This is that poke war. We're still in the middle of this poke war. I haven't even figured it out, let alone them. Wake up! Milo went for the haymaker. And barely made it over that. We saw that exact thing obliterate Mortal Kombat out of the air. Just want to make that known. Getting the extra burn through that. Was ready for the throw. Trying to put down another goop. And there's that string of new sidebot coming in. Gets him out of dodge. It's doing all the work for him. Skarox, I love that he's still trying to keep those throws a guess, though. You really do got to keep that a mix-up when you don't have those conventional mix-ups in your pressure.
Fight!
Final match. Oh my goodness, he bet it all. That was absolute boldness. And you got to respect it if it works. Unfortunately, cost him half of his health bar, no defensive bar, and he's going to be in quite a situation. 166, though. A couple of shadows. And you're going to be in this. I would have got hit. That was such a smart spot to do that. He's done it right outside of the, not the first normal that new Sidebot is going to do, but the second normal that he get it to whiff, and got so many punishes. You're going to come to me, you're going to accept death. Because what could you do once the goop was out and you're at 1%? Praise the sun, praise the blue magic on the floor.
French. Jackie Briggs wins.
That was such good use of it, though, throughout the entire set. Once he got the Jackie on the board, was sniping people with it. The snipe out of the air was, I think, one of the first Jackies I've ever seen so optimally set up the anti-breakaway that they were willing to come off the meter to amplify the grounded shot to get a couple of more ticks on block. That kind of optimization, just for the sake of it, even though it may not be optimal meter usage wise, that's the kind of stuff that I like to see. A couple of more ticks. That's a couple of more. That's a couple of more. Juicy free damage. If you're a dot damage user, you'll understand. Optimize your dot damages, guys. Beautiful first match here to get us started. That was going to be the third match. If you guys are looking at the bracket over there on ESL Gaming, I believe the bracket is in the chat. Guys, exclamation point bracket there. And we can go and take a look at the bracket now, hoping that we get this Murko Mamba match up next. I've been told through the grapevine, through the winds of the FGC, that this man plays Kitana. I don't get to see a lot of Kitana over here. And there's someone named Kitana in the bracket. Let that be known. And that's going to be a barn burner. The fact that Kitana Kahn Omie is a round one match is savage. Omie, previous 5 tournaments, has placed second, fourth, second, and fourth. 3 runner-ups and 2 top 4s. Has only placed top 4. In the past half year here on Fight Nights, that's ridiculous. But to get Kitana Kahn in round 1, that's going to be a rough start. Kitana Kahn, previous 5 tournaments, finished first, second, fourth, 7th. Just 1 finish outside of the top 4. Barn burner and a previous champion. Hey, good to see you guys. How you guys doing? I see talking out. There's a lot of sweaty players in the chat too. What's going on, everyone? Rip, Mitsu, welcome everyone to PlayStation Tournaments Fight Nights. It is going to be a solo cast. I'll be bringing you the soothing sounds of the aquatic ocean here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Evening for you guys, morning for us. But it has only just begun here on PlayStation, as it is going to be EU here early on, and we've got NA coming later on this evening. So if you guys want to see some Mortal Kombat action, if you guys are free for the day, hang out. We're covering 2 7, 8, 9. We got you covered all day long. We're going to pretty late here on North American side as well. So strap yourselves and get some popcorn. And hopefully we get to see some more beautiful Mortal Kombat action as we're trying to get up Murko. So we are not going to Murko Mamba. Every time I say it, you guys tell me another match. But this one is going to be a barn burner. Kitana, Kahn, Omie. I'm going to guess Sub-Zero versus Cetrion. This is going to be, on paper, the ultimate zero risk versus, well, semi-risk character. We're going to see him take at least a couple of risks. All right, guaranteed. There will be at least one forward two in a fatal blow, or at least any forward two in the ice ball is going to be a risk. At least that one. The rest is debatable. I don't know. Is Omie known to down four slide? Is he known to take a couple of other risks? But there will be some risks involved. And that's what makes this matchup so interesting if Kitana Kahn is going to go with the Cetrion. Is really low damage, no risk. Big damage, some risk. Because Sub-Zero goes kind of under the radar. He's got some crazy pressure. The quick staggers, you know, the safe hit confirm off a back 3-2 kind of changes the game when you really think about it. And can you classify him as a high risk character? I don't know, because he doesn't have to take that risk on a consistent basis. That'll be a good debate for the chat. And Omie, is he sick and tired of these second place finishes in Fight Nights? Is this the run? No matter what path they're looking at here, there are killers in the way though. Murko, Zyppery at top. Zyppery getting second place last month.
Frost.
Going from seventh to finishing second last week. We'll see what Zyppery brings to the table as well, who got a bye in the first round. Haven't got to see him play. But will his noob Cybot be cooking as well? And doesn't Zyppery, chat, feel free to correct me. I could be completely wrong. Does Zyppery have a Baraka? Why am I thinking Baraka? I'm about 4% sure. But let's look to this one. As I will be a liar for the fourth time tonight, no Cetrion on the side of the field for Kitana Kahn. But Jade, this has to be, I wonder if this is a recent pick, because I could have sworn the last time I saw them play, it was still the Cetrion pick from Kitana, so I wonder if he was finally over it. And Omie's aggression, Omie the homie, finally paid off. Got to switch here. Oh, and I was going to ask if he was going to be taking some extra risks. The raw slide answers my question. Oh, raw force 4, yeah, off the tree. No, the raw slide. He's risking it all. Wants to close that gap immediately, but Kitana Kahn getting the train rolling. Has put... What?
Take your time getting up.
Round 2. Fight.
This is where I need a co-commentator because my jaw dropped right there. I was that combo. Oh my goodness! I was about to compliment Kitana Kahn on just how great of a job they have done at putting an active frame. Oh, sorry, a wall of active frames in front of them. That is what Omie has been fighting. It's just been fighting something active, bigger, and more active in front of him so far. Gets the 4-2. Back to the corner. Yeet. Omie, here comes the risk. No, it's coming. But they're trying to something different there with just the trick of the ice ball. That range didn't overextend. It was gonna kill, and that will be it. Omie there towards the end. Maybe should have just let it rip. The hit advantage of the creeping ice caused the space to extend, lost out on pressure, and was never able to close that gap again, let alone safely. Scarred than a triple down two. You could feel that Omie was under pressure the entire time. And I know that feeling. That's what Jade puts on you. You know, once she jumps backwards, you're like, okay, this isn't good.
Shang Tsung's Island Ruins.
And now Omie with the hype pick. This is the Omie that I know and love. 20 years ago, when I met Omie for the first time in the streets of Combat League, this man was a Frost main, an honest, humble Frost main. Hype bringer extraordinaire. And going back home to the mechanical, beautiful ice princess that is Frost. Gonna have much more utility, I feel like, in the matchup to be able to get rid of projectiles, to be able to close the gap. And have some more active frames all over the place. Here's a taste of your own medicine. Yeah, put that away. No glow loads here on PlayStation. Well, I got the activation and even got the duck. Even knew to read the back two from Frost. I think that there's a little bit of familiarity between the two there. That's a high-level Frost read. Max distance to read that. Micro duck, get the punish as quick as he did. Beautiful stuff from Kitana Kahn. Another one. There's the burst. Didn't go for the read. Could have gone for the headbutt, I believe, for the anti-read on that, and tried to close that gap. If he got there a little bit earlier, got underneath.
Round 2.
I don't even know if it would have hit Jade. She would have been whiffing full screen. This is such an interesting matchup. You're gonna see it an awful lot. So sometimes I just theory craft every time I see it. Nice with punish. The battle of weaponry, the wiggle stick is supreme from Jade. Definitely gonna have a little bit of advantage here in range of normals. I thought it picked up. That could have killed. Oh, try pressing buttons. Not your turn whatsoever. And is it gonna be off with their legs? No brutality from Kitana Kahn. Is this gonna be a mercy? No mercy today. And no mercy back. Omie didn't even want to watch that. He said, I'm out of here. You can have it. I'll try to make the run from the lower side of the bracket. Kitana Kahn with a very impressive 2-0 dominating performance over both Lin Kuei picks from Omie. Tried to bring in the entire clan. Both of them got taken out by the Adenian assassin and Kitana Kahn's Jade. And someone that has been a previous Fight Nights winner will move on to the semifinals, just like other champion Murko. Actually, I take that back. Murko still the only one that has not fought of the previous champions. Still waiting on him versus Black Mamba, which could be our next match. But it does also set up an opponent for Kitana Kahn in the next round, which is going to be Milo. That Jackie. If there's a character that I know EU is prepared for, it is going to be Jackie. These guys live, breathe, and fight Jackie every day, every tournament, every community event I see, every single fight night I see, every offline I see. Jackie is flying. But do you know what else is flying? The technology, the confidence, the ability to deal with this character with a plethora of characters that we may not even see on a regular basis. I wouldn't be surprised if we see some Baraka, if we see some potential Jackie v Zyppery versus some other guys. Noob Saibot has been known to deal with Jackie really well. Heck, Frost. All these characters, really good buttons. Cetrion, of course. One of the greatest debates of our times. Just how good is Cetrion? Chat, you can feel free to answer that. One of the great debates of 2023 Mortal Kombat 11. How great is the Elder Goddess? Great or just kind of great? You guys decide. As we set up the next match, that will be Murko versus Black Mamba, which may be a classic Scorpion versus Kitana. And an interesting one. If Kitana brings the low fan, one of the few projectiles that can... That's not the, it's one of the best projectiles to have against Scorpion's teleport because it's like the hardest to react to with a teleport, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like when I play Kitana versus Scorpion, the low fan is what I fear the least bringing to get sniped by a teleport. Real quick startup, real low recovery. But still a tricky matchup indeed. Scorpion versus Kitana is going to be a weird one. If it happens. Or Black Mama could have another pick up his sleeve. Skarox, whose name on Twitch is also Buff Noob. Fantastic. Says Cetron is overrated. I like that. Someone said, I agree that she's overrated, but that she's only top 3. Chat's going crazy right now. I love you guys. Cetron's always going to be talked about because it's that a character that doesn't take a lot of risk, right? But doesn't have a high reward. And there's always that fine line of does it come down to the player in that situation, et cetera, et cetera. Let's take a look at the bracket, guys. As most of the round 1 has gone through, and we did have a DQ for Black Mamba. No Kitana tonight, unless Kitana Kahn is going to give us the RKO out of nowhere. But it's going to be Murko advancing to fight Zyppery, and Murko versus Zyppery is going to be a run back of last month's EU Fight Nights Grand Finals. Zyppery was rocking the noob Cybot, Murko the Scorpion. Murko took it semi-convincingly, but what a run Zyppery had through that entire tournament. Zyppery going from 7th place to 7th place in previous Fight Nights, going 0-2, going 0-2, and then getting 2nd place last month. You want to talk about improvement? Someone coming in with some heat? Zyppery. And even though, and look at that, convincing victory over Bai in round 1 as well. He's looking good tonight. Zyppery, age of 28, from Hungary. And the average age of competitors here in Fight Nights has been a little older than I would think. These guys that are still grinding the game. Veterans, both in life and in Mortal Kombat. And it shows in the play. We see such amazing play here. Every time I watch these, even when I'm not commentating, I see everyone showing off technology, reactions, and execution that I still can't reach. Blows my mind, always makes me hungrier to level up my own game. And so shouts to these guys for still being hungry, for still competing, and showing us what MK11 is all about at the highest possible level. Flawless blocks, we got them. Half-life combos, you name it. Absolute absurdity in the form of frame data, I got it in fields, my friends. Murko, the Scorpion, the 4-time champion. Probably more. I only looked at the past 6 tournaments. And he was a 4-time champion. When Murko shows up, the past, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, the past 6 tournaments. 3rd place. 1st place. 1st place. 1st place. Shocking. 5th place. And then 1st place. Murko is a 4-time champion. Just in the last half year that I've seen here. Talk about a favorite tonight. I think we're looking at him in the form of a vengeful, fiery spirit named Murko Zala. Zyppery, will it be the noob Cybot? And I don't think the chat corrected me, but chat, does Zyppery have a Baraka? I could have swore he did.
Scorpion.
I want to see it. I feel never going to see a noob. The noob was looking so good last week. I would expect nothing else. I didn't see the variation moves, but I saw Death Comes for All as the name of his variation. Zip, and not playing around, knows that he has got a tall order here with the defending champion standing in front of his way. Murko, a man that plays footsies in his sleep. When he sleepwalks, he plays footsies with what he interacts with. It's insane. Never before seen.
Round 1. Fight.
With his eyes closed. Can hit confirm. Back one teleport. 4-2 teleport. That one's harder. That one's harder. That one's harder. Big damage here. No breakaway. Give me all this. 417. And he recovered in time. That micro duck was crisp from Murko, but we didn't see any kind of punish on it. It's as if he thought that the 1-1 was going to be a little too quick. We're seeing a lack of a lot of punishes here. Press on a full string there. Drops a combo. Woo! Slight hesitation, but these boys are still gaming. Called that out immediately. Oh no. Zyppery bet it all. Didn't see the defensive bar. The 2-1-2. The full out of rock. That's the haymaker from Scorpion. You rarely see that on block outside of a combo. That was gloriously reacted to. Right before the active frames of the shadow got to those toes.
Fight.
And it may have been part of the jump where the hurt box actually extended up. Because sometimes when characters jump, those hurt boxes can be so different depending on what your character's doing animation-wise. I could be overanalyzing that, but hey, it is what it is, guys. Fighting games. What's up, Saki? Welcome, Saki. I gave you a shout out earlier. I watched the last month's tournament, and when Milo broke out the Kahn, when I watched it back, I was indeed praising the sun. Milo picked Kahn tonight, but did end up on the Jackie to get in the semifinals. Catch you guys up on the other part of the bracket. Snipe the foot. Oh. That is death coming for you right there.
Fight.
Death sickle right to the toe. Huge Cybots. Loving those jump-ins that have weird hitboxes to them. And I think it's the jump one. Looks like it has a really quick startup. Getting some great air-to-airs. And trying it late for the more advantageous situation on block 2. Jump-ins, if you do them earlier, jump-ins, if you do them later, are better on block. So that's why, if you notice, a lot of mind games when it comes to jumping in, right there, Murko did an early jump-in. That was just insane damage. You know, I'll break this down after the match ends because what just happened, Zyppery, off of some glorious reactions. Cashing out on that sweet, juicy noob Cybot damage that we all know and love. But at a high level, it's all about trying to get to it. And Zyppery, with these whiff punishes, has definitely set that damage up beautifully. But those anti-air situations, you just saw him get anti-aired into what, 30%? Boom! Put him in the corner, checked him on knockdown, win right there by Zyppery. And that was off of a beautiful anti-air. Murko did such an early jump kick. And this is where it gets even into kind of like meta 3 of jump-ins versus anti-airs. You do an early jump kick like that. When you're Scorpion, oh god, there's 4 layers of meta because Scorpion has teleport. But that early jump kick, if you try to anti-air with a standing button, he actually would have got kicked in the mouth and probably gotten destroyed into a teleport. And he could have been OSing in a teleport on Murko's part. But because he stayed really low and did that down 4, his hurt box extended really down low. Was able to get the anti-air. But normally if you do that early jump kick, you're going to beat an anti-air attempt. But you're going to lose the advantageousness on block. And so if you don't go for the anti-air, and if you would have done that jump kick, he would have been super negative on block. There's so many layers to those that, you know, when you're learning MK, they really do matter. I think Murko took that personally. Oh, stop it. Is he going to give him a turn? I think only because he was out of meter. Just scoring all of his damage off of the raw string, which still does about as much as a sentry on DNB. Murko not playing around. Said death comes for all, but I am the Reaper, sir. What a matchup in variation names. And can he play the game? Can he get a turn? Oh no. He's pressed the button twice on block, gotten flawless block, tried to reverse the throw, and it got micro ducked. He can't even play the game. Back to not getting there in time. Had the right decision through the breakaway. That would have been some juicy damage to move Cybot. Speaking of it, no bar to back it up. Still 245 for no bars. Pretty decent. There's the throw. He's lucky that didn't go. Punish staying nice and low. It looks like the limbo is the technique to use against Scorpion here. Make all those teleport shenanigans, jump-ins with, and right before the second hit got there, wow, the back one just in time. That could have gone another way. That's all I'll say. Boulder men have gotten their normals absorbed there for a lot of damage, that's for sure. You see Zyppery throw that out there, they're just fishing for a KB. And I'm shocked he's got toes left after all the times that low has checked him. But not backed up by Shadow at times, even though he's got the meter. What a step in by Murko, right into the low. The risk is going to pay off. Obviously, there's anything to stop this. And that will be GG's, one game apiece. And in a 1st-to-3 situation still, as this is semifinals. We got ourselves a set. What a bold jump in forward 3 by Murko. And you saw him come down a little bit later with that jump 2. And again, goes back to us talking about earlier. If you do that jump in super early, you come down and you try to go into a normal, most people are probably going to press. And so he was mixing things up really well right there, because he could have done an early jump kick, but instead he did a really late jump 2 into buttons. Much different situation. Second time around, as far as the jumping goes, 4 potential win. Clutch. Could it have been down forward? Maybe. Noob Stybot's down 4 is not to be trifled with, but Murko is challenging it regardless. I like it. It's a game apiece.
Round 1, fight.
We've been a couple of frames away from seeing a home run from Noob Stybot. He's almost caught a breakaway with that back 2. I want to see the real damage. We've seen 417, and he finally gets something whip punish too. Murko was 0 for 2. On a few things that Zyppery's done to try to bait up those teleports. Look at this neutral. You know, at anywhere, Scorpion can react. One of the few characters that makes you freeze everywhere on the screen. There is no neutral like Scorpion neutral, baby. You are not safe anywhere, even there. He was looking up, back behind him, and didn't expect the, I don't know, meterless launcher to the face. Oh, sorry, the safe launcher to the face at certain distances. That is here. Nice wake up challenge, though. He's had a few of those that haven't had conversions behind him because of the awkwardness, and that was ridiculous. But didn't combo. Woo! What could have been? And what a challenge! He just get away with it. Was it down 3 on block right into the 1-1? Fortune favors the bold Zyppery. Swinging his way through this one. He finds himself on match point, and now he's going to set the tone here with 166 already off the board. Oh, baby. Maybe felt it a little too much. What an overextension. Look at his damage. 120. That's a throw. Oh. No meter, he's chipping away at this is Murko. And if one thing Murko has done, he has won the mind game of the back 2. Try to raw spear. Is this gonna be it? No second bar. One hit. And nothing to do but take a risk. I would have woken up buttons. I don't know. Zyppery put him in a near checkmate situation and will take this. Death has come for the 4-time defending champion. In the form of the shadowy wraith. Death incarnate. Noob Stybot. What a win for Zyppery. What a statement victory coming off of a 2nd place finish last month. Round of applause. Through to winners finals, Zyppery goes immediately to the chat and says how. What's going on? What's going on, my friend, is you just beat Murko in Mortal Kombat 11. I don't know if you need it spelled out for you, but that's what you just did, my friend. And now you're in winners finals, and now you're in the money. Congratulations. Zyppery, ladies and gentlemen. Insert a Zyppery pun through the bracket. In winners finals, big chillin'. Guaranteed top 3. He could go quit and make money if he wanted to. But he won't. He's a fighter. And who will his opponent be? Either Milo. Milo or Milo. Feel free to correct me, chat, if I am wrong. And Kitana, Kahn. Zyppery, what a performance, man. And Zyppery, guys, to go in his Fight Night debuts, 0-2 in his first. And I'm sorry they're bringing it up, but what a story it is. To go 0-2 in his first Fight Night, to go 0-2 in his second Fight Night, in his third Fight Night, second place last month. Just took out a 4-time champion and is guaranteed top 3. The age of the Zip has begun here. The prophecy's been foretold, ladies and gentlemen. And now we're jumping down the other side of the bracket. Kitana, Kahn, Milo. Another one where this could go so many ways. And not where I expected it to go whatsoever. Between Jackie and Kotal, I could see Kotal Kahn being picked against Cetrion. Ultimate damage versus lack of damage. Ultimate zoning versus rushdown. But this is going for the throat. This is everything I just said, but better. But having a projectile absorbing check for Mama Nature herself. And it looks like Milo came to play, came to win. It is going to be Sub-Zero. Deep freeze. Does not want to deal with projectiles. Does not want to deal with anything. Already working on the slower approach in. I was about, the rest of that sentence would have been, I haven't seen Raw slide. And we see 2 of them. And then we're going to disconnect. Oh no. Kitana Kahn saw 2 Raw slides and said, no, I'm good. I'm good. Not today. Not today, not tomorrow. And we will figure out what happened in just a moment, guys. Sorry about that. The room could have exploded. Anything is possible. But I saw a Raw slide and things got crazy. But you saw him do that kind of slow block, take a micro dash, block, take a micro dash, block, take a micro dash, block for the first minute. And then he did slide. Which is, he did it when he closed the gap, when he was closer to her. He started doing that. What now? The admins will probably be in touch with you, Milo, about that. I have no idea. I'm gonna keep analyzing the few moments of action that we did get, and I'm gonna break down your illustrious Sub-Zero play. Again, going from complete solidness. He went from solid ice cube to a rampant torrent river down the stream.
Sub-Zero.
It looks like we got some action again. All right, we're going back in.
Blue Sea Dragon.
And is this, I believe it's going to be 0-0 still? 0-0 here. We got a little taste of what could happen here. Now that Milo has shown him a couple of things, though,
Round 1.
he's got options.
Fight.
Mind games. And sending with Kitana Kahn. I noticed that Kitana Kahn was blocking low right there. I'm wondering why. That's Let's go. Wasn't expecting a down 4 NATO this early. That's not the worst thing. No, it's not the worst thing to risk. Wow. That can be. But this Tetron, your risks aren't going to get punished very hard. Especially when you see that she has no meter down in the bottom right. However, walking Tetron, that health bar existing, and as of right now, it's dwindling. The ice block is melting before our eyes. Oh no.
Round 2. Fight.
Great start by Kitana. But like I was saying, it's a really good, decent thing to attempt jumping after a down 4, because it's really hard to counter poke it. If you're wrong on down 4 tornado, don't you just kind of swing and get rocked? What a spot to be in. Push to the tornado too. Tried the ultimate Sub-Zero turnaround. Oh! One of these secret sauces in the Sub-Zero sandwich is down 4 slide. It is almost an innate built-in comeback mechanic in Sub-Zeros. Kitana Kahn, such good patience at the end to know that that is one of the ways that a Sub-Zero player will try to get the first, and I mean the first, little bit of pressure underneath your skin. And once they get underneath your skin just a little bit, that's when they can peel the whole thing off. This is Mortal Kombat. I can talk about skin peeling off. It's not too gross, right? Right, PlayStation?
The Joker.
The fatalities are worse. And whoa! Milo has gone to his 4th character. This tells me that he knows his stuff. Breaking out 4 characters at this level?
Round 1. Fight.
Nothing fancy with the Joker pick either. It's going to be boing. Oh yeah. The extra mobility. And accidental breakaway almost doing there. And this is already a rough start. Joker, no resources. Oh, this is a tutorial. Kitana Kahn just practicing special moves right now. Milo unable to make it through the proverbial minefield. That is the elemental onslaught
Round 2. Fight.
of Mama Cetrion. Kitana Kahn is not playing around right now. And you see what the accidental breakaway really does. At full screen against Cetrion. Really set the tone. It's going to be a good trade. This is knockdown, and that's exactly what you want to use it for. Close the gap. Oh, that flawless block took away everything. Oh! The moment that he was about to have any kind of form of... Oh. Okay, wait a minute. The lack of block. Gonna give him some turns, but he may try to get a little too optimal with the 1-2 there, thinking that the 1-2-1 was gonna drop because it was too early, and then ended up being too early to pick up. You really hate to see it. Push back. I gotta go punch that. Once punished. Wow! Hold on. Everything being taken away. It's the matchup knowledge by Kitana Kahn that is just putting the final nail in Milo's winner's run. If there's going to be the case here, it most certainly is. The the hammer coming down. Mama Cetrion. Wow. 2 times I saw Milo could have got some kind of hit or some kind of pressure going. Could have had a neutral situation on block. Could have had some form of stagger mix-up on block. A flawless block from Kitana Kahn took it from him, either punished or got Kitana Kahn's turn back. It was such a quick, oh, you're about to get some kind of, thing. No, you're not whatsoever. It's my turn, GG's. Shake my hand and go enjoy your run down there. That's what blows my mind, guys, is he had 2 chances and they were taken away from him by knowledge and execution by Kitana Kahn. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. And he's going to move on to winners finals, where Zyppery is going to be waiting for him. And Milo not giving Kitana Kahn the extra potential noob Cybot practice as well, who has been rocking noob Cybot himself. It's going to be automatically advancing into the top 4, so Milo into the money. Congratulations. The other spot is going to be determined between Omie and Murko. Wow. A 3-time runner-up versus a 4-time champion for a spot in the money. What a bracket this turned out to be. That's going to be happening off stream as well. Unfortunately, we will not be seeing that one when we come back, guys. We'll be getting into the matches that are going to be for the prize pools, Zyppery, Kitana Kahn, winners finals. It is going to be absolutely insane. And guys, that has been the action so far here for the EU portion of Mortal Kombat Fight Nights on PlayStation. Can't thank them enough for giving us this opportunity. It's been monthly here, going on for such a long time, when not much else is going on in the community and in the space. PlayStation's had our backs, and these guys have been duking it out every single month. Wonderful, wonderful players. And we get to see some players here on the EU side that don't get a lot of chance to show us what they're capable of in the spotlight. And that's what they do here. Look at what they have just done. Look at those flawless blocks to take that match. There's only more in store for you guys. When we come back from a break, it is going to be the top 4 action, and I will be joined by a fellow co-commentator, and I will not spoil who it will be, but we will see who that is when we get back, guys. Don't go anywhere. More Mortal Kombat action to come here on Fight Nights. Top 4 on the way. Hey everyone, welcome back to Mortal Kombat Fight Nights here on PlayStation Tournaments. I am Mr. Aquaman. I've been the host so far here on the show tonight, but finally joined by a co-commentator, and it's going to be none other than who we will also be seeing on the North American portion tonight, Saki. Welcome to the show.
What's up, everyone? It's nice to wake up, see the EU stuff happening, and then hop right in and be like, yeah, I can't wait for NA. EU is also like pretty hype. More hype probably than NA. We'll see. We gotta see that team battle one day. But first and foremost, as a reminder, be sure to check out compete.playstation.com. Again, this is a great way to get involved and get your chance into these tournaments. Last time I was here, I had people DM me, how can I sign up? This is how you can sign up right here, as well as also checking out the PlayStation official Discord, where you can go ahead and check out not only ways to compete, but also to be able to reach out to other people, get involved in updates on events, articles, videos, you name it, they have it. It is a great time.
Absolutely. Get involved yourself here. PlayStation Tournaments has been doing it for a long time. They have been keeping, especially these Mortal Kombat events, going for the community for so long, through times where we haven't seen many other tournaments. And it's been because of PlayStation Tournaments that we've seen some beautiful action, money always on the line, and they have been going crazy with content. I mean, we've been seeing fighting game content and beyond from PlayStation Tournaments. Definitely check them out. Get involved yourself, and you never know what could be coming down the pipeline. You never know. We never know.
We never, ever, ever know. But it's always a great surprise to know once we do see it. But like we were just returning from the bracket itself, it's been pretty hype. Aquaman, you did an amazing job having me hype for all of these competitors, some familiar names. I think I saw Murko already kind of get sent to the loser's side of bracket, which was a huge upset, I'm sure. And now we have Zyppery versus Kitana Kahn in our winners finals, while Milo and Murko, we did just get the update where Murko beat Omie 2-1, and we'll be facing Milo for the losers semis. So again, some pretty upsetting upsets, but nice to see that the EU still has a lot of energy happening tonight in this bracket.
Yeah, this is pretty wild. And for it to be Murko versus Omie as early as it was, says a lot. And it being 2-1 is exactly how I thought that would be. I mean, Omie has been getting better and better and better every time I see Fight Nights. And same thing with Zyppery. I mean, just a few months ago, we're looking at Zyppery and Omie, you know, barely cracking top 5.
Yep.
Averaging 7th. And now they're, you know, constant heavy hitters in all EU events that I see. And it's because of it. It's because of opportunities like this that I think is giving them more and more confidence.
Absolutely, especially with the game being 3 years out, and also just having these opportunities really shows that if you keep up the grind, if you keep up practice makes perfect, you can definitely make it. And I actually really like to see the Noob Cybot matchup versus the Cetrion. Noob, every time I speak to a Noob player, they're very confident in the damage output that they dish out, plus on top of that, the neutral that they have in that mid-screen range where it's almost like a contest of who can poke out first in that mid-range between these two characters. So seeing Kitana Kahn again on the Cetrion, that name makes you doubt yourself on what you're going to face, and instead you're facing Cetrion, which is just a great time in of itself.
One of the greatest mind games to play since the dawn of our community, Saki. That has been a secret weapon of some of us, and I'm not going to name names.
Absolutely, and there goes the breakaway already used up thanks to that wall happening with Hail's Wrath coming out. There goes the slide, new specialty. Deadly wins in a great jump in. Not going to use the meter this time, trying to save up. A lot of resources have already been spent.
And that second hit of Noob Cybot on that string has anti-aired quite a few people into the KB, and it's always been at that range, so it's been quite a 50-50.
Oh, right there. Nice, great start for Kitana Kahn in this first round.
I mean, I'm like everyone else. Cetron isn't the craziest character to watch, but that is one of the most satisfying KBs to see happen in the moment, to absorb and then get the activation, and is chipping away at this health bar right now. It's Kitana. Kahn, is he just going to block his way to the first round, or is Zyppery going to take the risk? I mean, that's just a free check if you wanted, but it's a reversible punish. Mama Cetron said, that's not free against me, sir.
It's really interesting seeing new Cybots use that fatal blow as like a last chance. Because most people, oh, that is going to be a down two crushing blow. Easy peasy for Kitana Kahn. That is definitely going to hurt. And then we have those plus hit advantage. So this is just that strike throw mix-up game that...
He's already 3/4 dead.
Yep. Talk about not having paper cuts, and there you go.
Wait a minute, I said earlier she does no damage. Am I a liar all of a sudden? I don't know. That disappeared kind of quick.
We call that setup, Aquaman.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there was two American resets in there, right? There's some damage. Whoa.
Good attempt to try to use the down fours and anti-air. Gonna be able to. Once again,
I think
trying
that
to use fatal blow.
I think she over low profiled the jump in and they both do it. Oh,
yeah.
It's gonna catch him pressing buttons right there.
It's always interesting, again, like I mentioned, seeing new Cybots try to do that like last chance on that fatal blow. Yes, there's some chances that she can hit, but also because I speaking with other noob Cybots, they try to use it as that chip potential because it does so much in chip. However, if you have a character like Cetrion that can just easily reverse that with those options of like ground pound, it's not a fun time. But that first game going to Kitana Kahn, already establishing dominance with Cetrion, not surprising whatsoever. Zyppery playing pretty smart. I think it's just one of those cleanup moments where you definitely have to capitalize. Seeing those teleports happen, and even though they're hitting, they gotta hit just as hard, right? We want to see those American resets lead into that 30 or 40% damage like we saw earlier with Kitana Kahn, but for Zyppery now.
I have expected a switch from Zyppery here because that first round was utter domination in get the hit of not even being able to establish a health lead, any kind of offense. It was just start to end. Kitana Kahn pressing buttons and making reads just like that. I got halfway through my rant there.
You know, it's so strange seeing that crushing blow twice now in these two games, just because, again, that's a crushing blow that it's like so satisfying, but it's hard to hit when, especially you're calling out, oh no, trying to go for the track 3 and getting opened up by the fatal blow.
What an odd exchange to empty jump into the button and that be the cause of it. That was like, what could have been, right? Stop him.
Zyppery has to be careful.
All those slow startups are getting checked by the ground pounds. Hopefully you have any recovery there. Eats the instant jump kick to the face. Those slow startups are really starting to catch up to Zyppery over time.
Fight.
Absolutely, especially when you can't really use slide, but there goes a teleport. Has been pretty much like 4 out of 5, if I'm not mistaken, with hitting those teleports. Really calling out when Kitana Kahn is trying to go for boulder or
that
for
was
ground
a
pound.
disgusting it looked like it was an instant air reaction. I didn't even see him leave the ground.
Ooh, that is going to be a crushing blow. And this one launches too, so getting the armor broken, having to be at the restand rather, and then just going for that strike throw. And we're pretty much evening up on these health bars between these two players.
That's that sneak attack damage we were talking about with the American reset. 330, 130. All of a sudden, half your life is gone here by Mama Cetron, and she's controlling the elements. She's going to summon Captain America in about 3 seconds. Get ready. Oh! Okay, that was win. Fire. All right, where's the water?
Okay, good defense right now from Kitana Kahn. Doesn't
There it is.
And there goes fatal blow in play. All right, we're just gonna take the grab. It's fine. Take the throws. Create that space. That was a far throw, so you can easily play with the neutral in this spacing right now between these two players.
Misaki, I want to.
Oh, there was a teleport. Didn't even need to like follow up the meter amp. Did it all.
Fight.
I got really scared right there because the top of that amplify could have, in another world, hit the bottom of Noob Sidebot right there. That's just some good buttons right there by Zyppery. If you have a 9-frame, 10-frame mid like that, just bully someone with it.
Zyppery, or rather Kitana Kahn with no meter here, trying to use the attack meter rather. Goes Deadly Winds, tries to go for the jump, and was getting punished off of the recovery, but not gonna pick up the combo. Okay, there goes the reversal counter from Zyppery, but still getting hit by that Hell's Wrath. It's just the tiny active frames. This is dangerous territory for Zyppery. One hit from Kitana Kahn can spell the end of this match.
Oh, what an interruption again! And because of the startup frames just being too slow, and was ready for the throws time around. Oh, I'm so scared.
I'm so scared too because the reversal options that Zyppery has, he has shown that he can react to ground pound and to boulder. So it's really Kitana Kahn that really needs to be careful here.
Oh, just do it.
Not to get hit. Yep. Oh, there.
Oh, wait! No!
Oh my god.
That's what she gets. I'm gonna say it. That's what she gets. That's what she gets for being so small that the game doesn't know what to do with you.
I have to see a replay after this is all over just to see what.
She had no idea where to go. She had no idea where to go.
But with that, Kitana Kahn is up 2-0 right now. That this is a best of 5, so it means that Kitana Kahn just needs to win one more to solidify their place in grand finals. Whereas Zyppery still has a chance to try to make this comeback, do the reverse 3-0 potentially. It's been playing really strong. Is again, it's just those last minute interactions that are just not in favor of Zyppery. Sticking with the same load as well, so Zyppery not really seeing or not really choosing to go for a different character this time either. Gonna stick with the noob all the way.
I just hope that he's able to access that beautiful damage to close this gap a little more. And he's gonna, those reads are gonna be what do it. Do not let her out of the corner. It's a tall order, I should say, with teleport available. And that's exactly what Kitana Kahn is playing around right there. Are you gonna try to read me teleporting? And in that neutral, in that read, I'm just gonna come in and press buttons. And now this offense has started. Health lead's gone. What are you gonna do?
Okay, great usage of the slide, just barely getting hit by the string that Kitana Kahn unleashed, and once again hitting the slide again, almost like low profiling that stand 1, but getting caught in that counter hit. There we go, plus frame. Gonna go for the active rescan.
Taking no risks then. Woo, from downtown. Just get over here. It tried to back 2, but was a little too late. Hesitated, waited a second, didn't get there on time.
Kitana Kahn, nice flawless block and able to punish accordingly, but not enough damage from the meter burn. Still Kitana Kahn in a very good position, and like they're just picking out that down 4, stopping from Zyppery doing the startup.
Round 2. Fight.
Just in time for Spring Citron. Going to the little garden right there. Looked for the Herculean read with that air boulder. And another punish on that ground pound. Looks like even if the first one whiffs, he can get that instant air.
Yeah, it seems that teleport is just fast enough, but a great block, and this is going to launch Zyppery. Not going to have breakaway available, just going to have to hold all of that right now. And then
just like this. Whoa, 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 what? Mom? What?
Okay,
you saw it too, right?
I think I did, yeah. Oh, Zyppery trying to get out of this corner, though.
That empty
Zyppery?
jump back is scary because
So scary.
that's making Kitana Kahn freeze for a couple of seconds.
Okay, flawless blocking the slide. Just the pacing, but oh no, getting hit by the Hell's Wrath. And here it goes. Kitana Kahn stealing it with that final Hell's Wrath. That is so hard to navigate. Just trying to like inch closer.
And it's the perfect spot too because it was in range to hit the start of a jump back, which just takes away all the options that Zyppery was looking for. Jump back, look for something to react to. Really smart stuff by Kitana Kahn to close that gap a little bit and stop down what Zyppery was looking for. And that's a convincing 3-0.
Yeah, Kitana Kahn heading to grand finals. Honestly, I'm not surprised. That's another player that has just been improving pretty much since the last like couple of months that I've been able to commentate and like really watch the full progression. Just doing amazing with that Cetrion, and really showing that they're very knowledgeable in the cast, as well as with the game itself. So Zyppery still alive, going to be heading down to the lower side of the bracket and waiting for the winner of the losers semis matches. So definitely going to be some exciting matches upcoming still. That was definitely edge of the seat. Like, it's one of those matches that even though it is 3-0, it doesn't tell the full story, right? Like,
Yep.
you know, we look at it and we just saw the back and forth, especially those final round interactions. But we will be taking a look at our bracket here, where we'll be seeing Milo versus Murko. That will be our losers semis. Murko getting actually sent to the losers bracket by Zyppery, so trying to get to that losers finals is probably the goal for Murko. I always love these, like, I want my vengeance.
I mean, if you're looking right there, this is Scorpion's Revenge, the movie. We're seeing it. Lower bracket is Scorpion's Revenge. Murko is like, you.
we want this run back. Give it back for honor, for the clan, for everything.
We'll see if he can get it. Although Milo getting third just last month here on the EU side of things, I believe falling to Zyppery as well in the losers finals, or the lower finals of that bracket. So these three are very familiar with each other, and this was top 3 of the last fight nights just down here.
Indeed. And it looks like I feel like, and you could correct me if I'm wrong, Milo had won against Skarox trophy. That was the Scarlet player, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, it could be. It's been a while since I saw Skarox, but
Skarox was rocking Noob Saibot tonight.
Oh, today's Noob Saibot. Okay, well, there you have it. This has been a Noob Saibot gauntlet type of bracket. It's crazy. A Noob Saibot player saying, "Oh, we're not a top 5 character." I don't know, because I keep seeing a lot, and just saying between Noob Saibot and
we do see a lot of Noob Saibot. We do see a lot of Noob Saibot. Do we really?
Yes, you do.
Was there any quota last month, Saki?
Yes, absolutely. There's always one. There's always like 3 when I commentate, both on EU and NA. But speaking of another character that I have seen a couple of times in these broadcasts, it's going to be Joker versus Scorpion.
Ooh. With Milo here, I have no idea who he's going to pick. He's picked Jackie. He's picked Kodal. He's picked Joker here. And Sub-Zero so far tonight. Just tonight.
I feel like with all of those characters, there's some form of either pressure or just really dominant neutral in terms of like their buttons reaching out and able to really just poke and whiff punish accordingly. So not surprised at the Joker play. I've seen that some people are still trying to rock that Joker and show that he's a very strong character. So.
Oh, that back one was from so far away.
I love seeing that. It's like one of those graceful moves that just, it's satisfaction being able to see it hit. But great pressure right now from Murko, actually getting the overhead, trying to jump in, getting flawless blocks.
Tried no school entire attempt right there. I think that's what that stand 3 was for, from half screen. Tried to go back to his MKX days right there, did Murko. Got to stay out of those range of those Joker buttons. That was probably a missed flawless block attempt, but hey.
It worked.
Still a good thing at the end of the day, and it can be hard to deal with that. When you try to bait someone with the flawless block, you still get hit by something like that, and you're like, wait a minute, what do I do then? Good staggers.
Oh, these staggers are so nice, and a great air-to-air to keep Milo in the corner.
The one time he was minus, he was ready for the flawless block too. Murko, calm down.
Fight.
Trying to get back to Zyppery, he can't calm down.
And I think Milo just tried to make the best read I've ever seen Saki in my life. I think he tried to whiff punish with the boxing glove max distance for the KB, the one you never see.
Ooh, that would have been a great one, but a nice anti-air from Murko. Gonna force Milo to use the breakaway. Once again, staggering that back 3, to staying the hidden to then unleash that overhead. And you see the pressure of Murko's Scorpion. We're gonna go for the full opties.
Yeah, Murko, really knowledgeable to just knock him off the meter. It's gonna be a lot of guaranteed damage anyway, and hello. Nothing you can do about this, Murko. The brutal? Dead meter. I want to see the heart come out. I want to see the Kalima! The Temple of Doom?
Yes.
Rip it out. And vengeance is one game closer, Saki, as this is the final match that's going to be best of 3 as well.
Indeed, this is sort of like your win it all or go home. You are in the money, if I'm not mistaken, but you want to try to get back there and actually win the most that you can. So it's really up to Murko and Milo to determine who's going to be able to come out on top here. And Murko so far already establishing in tremendous dominance as that Scorpion, doing fantastic. I think the question here is, yep, Milo will be sticking with the Joker. Could see a little bit more. There was some opportunities that we got to see Milo really capitalize as far as being optimal with Joker, but the game plan is just not there. Trying to go for more risks than actual pressure and trying to get cornered more often by Murko.
Fight.
It's gonna be the name of the game for, oh my goodness. Just seeing how many buttons they pressed right there was incredible. And I think that he's trying to OS that. Ooh, just like that right there. I'm pretty sure that's a proximity OS that he's importing. Murko is gaming.
I love when we see these proximity OSs because it's like, yes, we're trying to be on that like fourth layer right now.
That's right. We're beyond the meta.
Nice.
But, you know, one of the things about this matchup, you know, as you were saying, you know, Murko being the one to kind of keep him in the corner, that's Joker's game plan. I mean, look at Sonic Fox in Final Kombat. Winning the championship, putting people in the corner and bullying them. That's what Joker wants to do. Scorpion says, you cannot cage me, ever.
Scorpion's the one that's doing the bullying right now in this matchup for sure.
He's the Rorschach in the prison. You guys are in there with him. I tried to swing and I missed with a sledgehammer too. I don't know if that was input error or not.
A nice flawless block, but both of them are just flawless blocking right now and really trying to catch each other off guard. But a great, oh my gosh, I can't even speak with how that was a really nice hit there for Milo to start up.
Woo! And I love that Murko's actually using 2-1-2 on block. I don't know why other Scorpions don't. Here's a plus 4, +6.
Yeah, it's a really nice string.
Oh.
I think it might be because it's a high, so you know you got to be careful with those down 2s or those down 1s. But still really good. But that's a punish. No usage of the crushing blow though. Just gonna force that breakaway here from Murko. Ooh.
There's some damage. I'm so scared right now. Calls out immediately. Did hit the first. Oh no! And then he gets to the second time. But you saw him 1-1, missed a hit confirm. And then why did he do the stand 3 out of nowhere? I don't know what he was even pressing at that point to get a stand 3. 1-1, and then you miss both triggers, and then you go, oh crap! And then stand 3, and then he just 1-1 hit confirms again. What a scramble!
Can we just mention that Murko is probably the most ballsy player I've ever seen in the face of Joker canceling their
no fear.
Nobody does that. That is the first time I've ever seen a player say, you know what, I'm tired of this. I have been dealing it 3 years of you trying to cancel that fatal blow and you don't get punished. You're gonna get punished today. What a play. And that is with Murko going up 2-0. I think our players not realizing that it is not a first to 3, but rather a first to 2. It is
most certainly not a first to 3. I think that he's trying to just get some extra experience while he can. Says, hey, you know, let's see how the Gears does here. Maybe for next time, but that will be the run for Milo here this evening. Still, congratulations, getting 4th place in the money.
Yes,
still going home tonight with $50 here. And now we're going to go to top 3. In 3rd place, going to be getting 100. 2nd place, 150. And 1st place, $200 on the night, guys. That is what's on the line. It's all about getting the top 4, getting those higher placings, getting that money here from PlayStation, and playing some Mortal Kombat.
Absolutely. What better way, right? You're competing in competitions. You can put in your bio that you're an ESL champion. You're an ESL top 4, right? It's a great way to just be able to be part of this action and really just get that higher level gaming happen. So absolutely. I'm really excited to see how Murko makes this comeback against Zyppery. I wasn't able to see how that first match happened, so I would love to find out how did it go in your opinion, Aquaman?
Say that again? Sorry, I was reading what was coming up.
No, I'm just curious how that first match with Zyppery versus Murko went. Kind of curious on your thoughts. And
you know,
see if,
I'm going to summarize that match with it in Zyppery's own words. After the match, he went to the chat and he goes, "What just happened?" That is pretty much how it went. That in the final game, it was incredibly back and forth in the first two games, and there was something about the third match. It was with Noob Saibot, where everything hit, and it's one of those things where you're just like, "What happened?" Zyppery, everything hit, everything was working. Murko just got hit by every shadow and every teleport. I think that he started off one of the rounds with just jump back teleport and it worked. And then one time it didn't work and I thought he was going to throw it 2-0 straight. Like, it was a really back and forth match, but Zyppery, I think his aggression over time is what really kind of kept him in that match and then caught Murko off guard in the end.
Okay, well, hopefully
it was
a repeat,
similar,
right?
Yeah. Well, hopefully it will be a repeat for Zyppery and in Murko, Scorpion's Revenge. If there's someone that I don't want having a vendetta against or like wanting vengeance against myself, it would be Scorpion and Murko, both.
Yeah, Murko's such a strong player overall. Like, you don't want to be in those shoes for sure if he's getting the vengeance back on you. But yeah,
I'm gonna say the hard truth. No one wants to play a good Scorpion player.
No
all right?
one
wants to play a good Scorpion player.
I refuse.
Few and far between, though, as it is someone like Murko that separates himself, from the pack. And that when you look at what Scorpion can do at the highest level, an awful lot.
Fight.
Sit back and watch. This is the run back. Zyppery was able to overcome.
Okay, there we go. A really good strong start here from Murko. The attempt on the anti-air. What's up?
Yeah, that exact down 4 versus the jump kick worked in the final round that they played and cost Murko like 40% of his health to even start the last match. It was that exact jump kick versus the down 4, and it beat it this time.
Sometimes, maybe the early jump kick, right? Sometimes those timings come into play. And we're seeing here the little bit of back and forth between the two players, but a great counter hit from Zyppery to get back to that full screen range. And Murko just having to try to come in.
This is looking like pre-patch MK11. They're just playing around the max distance of the normals, and then when they get in the jump kick range, they're just doing jump kick, and it's the early jump kick too to bait the anti-air. And speaking of, Murko says I got one more mix up on top of it, the teleport.
Trying to use down 3 to poke out, but then gets caught in the grab. Zyppery on that hard knockdown. Great usage to get some space back here from Zyppery. Does hit with a slide, so one slide hit in the book.
That amplification though gave Murko the win condition and not even gonna need it, as this is gonna be enough damage raw without the breakaway. 315 and you're back in the corner. Murko getting everything that he wanted.
I think that's one of the things I love seeing about Murko is that he's using the extended strings. So he's actually taking into account, oh, okay, we have that crushing blow now. Forcing the breakaway from Zyppery.
There was a match earlier where most of his damage was off of the extended ender, and oh no, you're not gonna punish that? Not like this. Where he was getting 120 damage on the end of the string because no one was expecting it.
Does go ahead and get the launch. Now, because Zyppery doesn't have that second bar of meter, was going to have to hold all of that 37%. And a great anti-air with the buff, too, from Murko. That's 19% and able to flawless block it. Not going to reach too far there from that roll.
Noob Saibot just teleported across the screen 3 times, doing one string and caused 2 whips and a punish here. And he's going to go for a ride. And he is going to survive. He was able to.
Very close to tripping him. It's not gonna happen.
Hey, that's he flawless blocked it. If he didn't flawless block it, he was dead. I think.
So dead.
I'm 1% sure.
Yep, because flawless block doesn't take away chip.
Oh, look. Did you see?
I did.
He could have crouched it and got a punish or something, but the fact that he flawless blocked it was just icing on the cake. That was ridiculous.
Wow. That was amazing stuff there from Murko. Very close to have losing it, but the cool clutch level that Murko is capable of, just able to take it. It was so good. Definitely a great start.
Strap yourselves in. It was only a best of 3 last time they played, and this is losers finals. They will have an extra match to play regardless.
Also, Murko has been trying to get out of that loser side, has probably more matches than Zyppery in this situation, so really just trying to claw their way out to be able to get to that grand finals. And these players, they're just not gonna let it go. They're gonna fight with all of their hearts to try to get there. They want to fight Cetrion. That's crazy. Who wants to fight that character?
Round one.
As a Kotal Kahn main, I may speak differently here.
Of course you would. A good slide there, but no, that overhead just whipping completely. I have yet to figure out why that happens in those situations, and it happens quite often with characters like Noob. A great throw test from these two players, and does get the teleport hit to start with the pressure and push Zyppery to the corner.
Oh, and here's that pressure. 2-1, 2-1. And what do you do afterwards? Another 2-1. This has been awesome. And a 2-1 plus on block as well, abusing it. There's Murko, these quick staggers, eating them up. And the only thing eating Murko up has been these low shadows. At about out of sweep distance. That's the only thing catching Murko off guard in the neutral.
Murko trying to advance in right now, but what a great interrupt. Just not going to be able to combo off of that pickup, and that trade pushing both players back to the full screen. We're just seeing them pop over each other. Both players now have fatal blow. If there's one thing I've noticed from Zyppery, is just that these reactions have been impeccable to be able to make that upset happen in these rounds, especially at the end. There goes the slide. Gotta watch your toes.
Fight.
Wonder what Murko was looking for at the end. Potentially just reading the staggers. I'm gonna go punish. No, but still check. And every single low shadow that you see there, so much that health bar disappearing. I thought it was up shadow.
That could have also been a really good punish, but just didn't have the range to do so.
And this is how that final game went between them last time around. It was just absolute madness from Zyppery, everything hitting, and Murko's defense, of all things that's been so solid, falling apart.
Yeah. And Zyppery tying it up 1-1. A great patience too. Usually when you get hit like that and you're trying to get out of the corner, you know that your opponent is super low at health and is trying to be extra careful. But sometimes you want to try to catch them off guard, and that's what Zyppery did, right? Waited a little bit patiently, didn't try to do any wake up threes, didn't try to like actually press some buttons on wake up, actually waited patiently for Murko to back up and then go for a slide or a pull to try to catch Murko off guard.
And Murko got really kind of, I don't know if hesitant's the right word. You know, he got antsy when his back was to the corner there towards the end, and you saw him for the first time kind of eat a few things on wake up, where he was the one trying to take that risk and wake up button. So it looked like multiple times in a row.
Shang Tsung's Island.
Maybe sometimes that conditioning just works so well that you know you still feel those effects from that last match. But we still have plenty of games between these two, so I'm sure Murko will be able to adapt and adjust. We've seen him in these situations, right, where that opponent either has improved or adapted accordingly to his plan, and he's just got to fix it up a little bit. There's also been moments where he was trying to get a jump in, and it's just whiffed completely. He ended up on the other side. There we go. Already getting the breakaway and having to block those slides. Oh, but not going to be able to land that teleport in.
Okay, didn't lose a lot of damage. A lot of times before, Zyppery would keep throwing that 1-1 and get the anti-air, but would get nothing off of it. It would just whiff, and the ender would drop. But he actually did the ender that got the extra damage. Really smart time around. Little adjustments over time.
Getting the side switch once again, and actually going to keep Zyppery in the corner. He uses the extended strings to flesh out the damage and not have to worry about the spear. Goes for the down one check, another down one check, and
he's dead.
He's opened up. Yep.
That extended string has put in work for him. You mentioned it earlier. The fact that he's doing that little bit different from other Scorpions, and at the highest possible level to get the damage that he is, you'd love to see it.
Absolutely. It's also great wake-up situation, or rather knockdown situations that Scorpion can benefit off, right? We saw it in that corner where using the extended strings as well as the death spear. Oh, but that down whipping completely, probably expecting to down one into the throw, but Murko not going to let that teleport phase him.
Ooh, just drops the ender and lost the corner because of it. Oh my goodness, that low from Noob Sidebar reaches, I don't know, 20 yards?
What an autocorrect there for Murko, and it works out perfectly. This is going to be great damage. Going to get the side switch from the spear on Amp. Oh no, no, Murko, why did you say?
And look, do you remember, Saki, how this match started? The early jump kick beat it. Yep. And that's what blew my mind, is because this has been in Zyppery's favor in the previous set. And now we're kind of back to even ground, is that jump kick versus down 4 has been one of the biggest differences in the matchup. As far as determining who's going to win. Does he get the anti-air? Does he get the jump kick? I mean, he gets a lot of damage here. He's bleeding.
Bleeding hard. It just takes a little bit of damage, but still evens it up. And there goes the teleport. Not gonna be able to amp it, just getting that attack bar back. But we do get the whip punish, which is very nice, forcing the breakaway. Sackers that hit just a bit to get close for the throw, and we're gonna jump over the slide and take this game very nicely from Murko. That was actually pretty clean. It was a very clean match that I've seen Murko play within these last 3 matches.
Yeah, the last round was nothing but solidness from the man that we know him to be. Has been a 4-time champion just in the past 6 months here. That's ridiculous.
Yep. I think if we compare from E to NA, I think Tweety is matching up, if I'm not mistaken, with those PlayStation wins. So really shows that when you come out and you play in these tournaments, you're definitely playing against the top tier level as you go throughout these brackets. So.
Who would think that competitive MK in 2023, looking at all discussions, right, Saki? Looking at all discussions, looking at all the tier lists, looking at all the chatter, and yet it's Geras and Scorpion dominating here on the PlayStation
I've always
tournaments.
said that Scorpion was broken. I don't know who thought
here on PlayStation tournaments. There's some characters running around that are running around. That's all I'm saying.
Once again, Murko just jumping over the slide. That has helped tremendously. I think he finally figured out Zyppery's pattern, which has been really important. And again, we've used those extended strings. Also, just the fact that he can use that 1-2 and not have a high recovery, still able to just block. Oh, but the stand 3 getting opened up by the teleport. And Zyppery trying to make this comeback. That whip down 2 is going to pop.
It looks like Murko just outrun him twice in a row to get the whip punishes. But Zyppery responding in kind and tried to get the late breakaway. And I thought it was going to come.
Murko having to be a little bit careful here. Has already used the breakaway. Again, getting opened up by the
he's dead?
anti-air. And this is definitely death. Yep.
That down 4 might be what is saving Zyppery almost single-handedly at this point against Murko, because it was the difference maker in the final match in their previous encounter and winners.
Yeah, I think Zyppery just needs to use that a little more often, or be a little more confident in using those options. Also, Murko trying to kind of catch on.
Wow.
Yep, there goes that air-to-air, and we're seeing the amp teleport work in favor. 34%, already Murko down quite a bit.
That's one of those times where we saw Zyppery inside the mind of Murko for a couple of seconds, and that's a scary thing to even witness.
There goes that throw here right now. Once again, an air-to-air, going to use that amp teleport to get the side switch as well. And we're going to see some defense here from Zyppery, but not going to be able to withstand. Going to get hit by that throw. Oh, we saw the down 2, but it is not going to work as it's going to get checked by that down 1. And Murko really trying to catch Zyppery off guard, but solidifying the second round here. Potential match point for Murko.
Final round. Fight.
As everybody wants him to, that positioning has been key. And wow,
Yep.
I think he reacted to the startup of an animation and got confused, which means that Zyppery, the button that he pressed, did exactly what he wanted it to do. And look at the reward. Juicy, beefy. He dropped the under, though.
That would have been a really good ender too, because I think he was probably close to crushing blow, if I'm not mistaken. But the teleport whipping, putting Zyppery, or rather putting Murko in fatal blow. So this is kind of dangerous for Zyppery. Doesn't want to get hit too many times, but Murko trying to make this comeback happen, putting on the buff to deal that extra bit of damage.
Oh, so scary.
Oh, and there it goes. Zyppery's tying it up, and we're going to game 5 for our losers finals.
I'm starting to sweat just a little bit. It just started. This is getting intense. It was 2-1 on the winner's side down to the wire. It came down to something as simple as one anti-air between the two. And it looks like we're going the distance. What's more, a game 5, our first game 5.
Yeah, Zyppery is not going down without a fight. And honestly, I'm here for it. These two matches have been going back and forth and they're doing extremely well. I feel like Murko's starting to lose that momentum a little bit and has to be a little more conscious of what Zyppery is trying to do. We did see that he's getting used to the pattern of the slide, but also some of those whiff teleports are, or rather punishable teleports that Murko's been trying to do has just not been the right choice. It's been costing him quite heavily, especially when he's so close to the corner.
And here we go. Dare I say, between these two, final combat begins.
Ha! A classic match. Noob Saibot versus Scorpion.
Fight.
This is counter vengeance, okay? You have vengeance against me. Yeah, this is just counter vengeance.
Wait, did I just see a fireball being thrown?
You most certainly did.
What is this? What is this variation?
I believe that damage-wise, it is an even trade or a decent check for low shadow. So we'll see. Not gonna matter one bit. Look at this damage.
Yeah, it looks okay, and it looks like it doesn't even like hit. It just goes through. That is interesting. Okay, there we go.
Okay, yeah. It has a
very nice punish.
Weird hitbox to it. That's all I'll say.
Here goes the down forward check. We do have another slide. Murko taking a lot of chip damage. Nice throw tech from Zyppery. Can really play this pretty decently, actually. Doesn't have to overextend. Oh, and we also have teleport cancels. That's actually interesting, too. We'll see if Zyppery will fall for it. Getting hit by these pokes, though, but there goes that down 4. And we are potential at that point for Zyppery.
Can he do it twice in the same tournament? Zyppery, who has been on a tear, just this last tournament, got second place from going 0-2. And now can the run continue? Guaranteed top 3 here. Barely misspaced that down for it. And he's got Murko on the ropes right now. No defensive bar to work with. Not taking a lot of risks. Not moving a lot. And oh, I say that as that can get you at any time that block button disappears. Oh, right on the frame.
Absolutely, and right there, you're seeing it, trying to jump out of the corner. Finally getting a chance to inch out of it while Murko is giving the space for Zyppery. Teleporting back to try to get some space. Somehow shimmy Zyppery at some point, but that down 4 check though, really good stuff. There goes the low profile fireball once again.
It hasn't come into play, but the fact that he's checking him means that Zyppery's thinking. But Zyppery's already pre-thought, I think, this entire situation. He's jumped at that distance almost every time, ready for it, and now it's Murko's turn.
Now we've seen Murko do really solid when he's gotten this advantage, and there's that throw. We are final round, game point, final match for these two.
That was 20 minutes of conditioning with stand 2 paying off for Murko right there. Stand 2 throw. He had that in his pocket the whole time. Final round. One fireball goes blocked. Let's go.
I finally see it hit. I finally see the small block on it, but I'm not going to do a ton of chip damage. We do see that overhead come into play. And Zyppery getting the slide out, but not able to anti-air with that down 4.
Murko made a really good quick read too. He walked into the range of the fireball and then jumped to try to meet Zyppery, who has been jumping once they've gotten that distance. It looked like they're playing some good mind games in this final round. What could it be? And perfect timing to jump over the low.
Great throw tech, tries to get out of this corner. Thankfully recovering from that string, able to. Oh, there goes the punish. Not gonna get the down 2, instead using the down 4 to punish. And we're seeing that back 3 happen. Goes out with the slide. That is a whip punish for Murko. Very much needed. Gonna get the side switch to keep Zyppery in the corner, but the roll happens. And these daggers are dangerous for Zyppery. It is coming down to these final hits. All it takes is that one hit from Murko, and it is over. And there it goes. Not gonna be able to whip punish.
Okay.
Oh, no! 16 seconds on the clock. Gonna use the fatal blow, but not gonna be able to get punished.
Waiting it down and
Brutality.
To the nether realm with you.
Scorpion wins.
I think Scorpion said it best. To the nether realm with him. What a match. For it to be Vengeance, it was delivered exactly how it was the other way in winner's side. Down to the last hit, down to the wire. It got crazy. And these two, now we know moving on, when they play each other, get ready for some magic each and every time.
Oh, 100%. That was a very good job. Well done. I definitely hope to see Zyppery in the next month. Just because, wow, what good plays, what solid plays from Zyppery. Murko making the clutch happen, even at that final round. It could have been anybody's game. So it's definitely really good job from these two. Now we're going to be able to see Murko head up to grand finals and actually see, I would say, a staple matchup that happens quite often on these PlayStation tournaments. It'll be Kitana Kahn versus Murko. And again, we'll be taking a look at the bracket here so you could give just how impressions on how this bracket has gone throughout the day. We've seen some killers out here that have like really tried to make it through, as well as some upsets that we probably weren't even expecting in the first place. So a tremendous job from all of our players, and with grand finals here just at the cusp, it's going to be a great time for sure. Kitana Kahn versus Murko. That's going to be Cetrion versus Scorpion. Murko, I feel like, has had such a great feel for these top characters. So like Cetrion, like Jackie, really knows this matchup as a character loyalist to Scorpion. That really makes the difference.
Most certainly does. And now we're going to get a matchup that we haven't seen tonight. They're on opposite ends of the spectrum. And unfortunately, going down early was Murko to avoid that matchup in winners finals. They're used to kind of meeting each other late in the game. But for the first time here this time around, it's going to be grand finals. Murko not used to having to make that loser's run. I'm just going to say it. Having an average placing of like first is crazy. Murko.
We see you.
Sorry, I'm looking at you. I know you can't see it because I've got aviators on, but I'm looking you right in the eyes when I say that. All right? Right in the eyes. If you have them. I know that Scorpion doesn't really have eyes, but I'm looking, man. I'm looking. Man, he's gaming.
Yeah. Kitana Kahn too is another player that, if we look at their player stats, right, we've seen them do very tremendous as well with Cetrion. Maybe not always winning that first place spot, but minimum top 4.
An average of like second to third finish.
Yep, exactly.
For Kitana Kahn as well.
Now this is a best of 5. Given that this is grand finals, there is also a potential for a bracket reset, meaning that Murko Zawa has quite a bit of games to try to make this bracket reset happen and take home that first place prize. Whereas Kitana Kahn really just has to win only those 3 games to be able to be crowned March's champion.
This is going to be a really, really, I think, key first 3 games. For Kitana Kahn, I don't know if it's going to favor Kitana if this goes post-reset. I think that it needs to end, and it needs to end quick, because you don't want Scorpion to get comfortable in this matchup. I would not want this to go extended whatsoever. So Kitana Kahn, let's see if any risks are taken early. But when these two play, I just get ready to see some fireworks. Get ready for a lot of flawless blocks. Get ready for a lot of quick mix-ups. And I expect some good clean Mortal Kombat 11 from these two who have been great representations of EU Mortal Kombat players here on PlayStation tournaments. So shout outs to both of them.
Indeed. I agree with you on the fact that this needs to end quickly for Kitana Kahn. The question is it possible? I mean, if you look at Cetrion, she can do some really good American resets and has the buttons for it and all, but what she doesn't really have is damage and time. So, the more time she's in the match, the more you're able to understand, okay, this is the pattern you're going, and you're going to be stuck in this pattern and then not be able to change it as fast compared to other characters that when they do that big damage combo, it's easier for them to switch up into those different layers. Oh, we're seeing the fireball again. Interesting. I wonder if this is to combat the ground pound.
I think it's
as like that
100%
counter.
intentional, and that stand one was to interrupt, I don't know, anything, and it most certainly does. And the actor frames to the wall, it was there for 20 years. She was already walking away and it hit him.
Crazy how active that wall is, but we are going to get the back throw. Trying to actually take out. Okay, we're going to teleport in the corner, but that is going to cost, but we're still getting thrown out of the corner. And with the jump kick.
That's the third time Cetron's broken the game tonight.
Two. Fight.
She teleported through the down three. It looked amazing.
Cetron, maybe we gotta look at if Cetron's like Steve from Smash. If we gotta ban Cetron on these parts here. Here goes the forward throw right there from Kitana Kahn, already starting up the pressure, bringing out the deadly winds. You're gonna have to block all of this. But let's jump out of the corner. Murko trying to get some spacing again. But we do see the fire vines, and this is just a reset for Kitana Kahn to gain back that space.
You also see in the chat as well that there's a lot more games, not just Mortal Kombat here on PlayStation tournaments. There's Rainbow Six, Dragon Ball Fighters, all kinds of games that you can play. Just go sign up, compete.playstation.com. Wanted to give you guys a reminder, as it's right there in the chat, that not just MK here. That's just another flawless block on the screen. I keep hearing that sound in my ear, Saki, and man, is that a good sound.
It's music. It's music. It really, like, do you remember when the first time the game came out, we were seeing people not flawless block, and all we saw were crushing blows or mixed inputs, and now all we hear are flawless blocks? There you have it.
Cetrion wins.
And Kitana Kahn off to a wonderful start. We're at such a high enough level that I saw Kitana Kahn make a read with short hop over a Scorpion sweep, which is the neutral kind of setter when it comes to Scorpion and Cetrion. To have that mindset and to have the, I don't know, cojones to try to short hop a sweep in neutral and try to punish it or take your turn, that's galaxy brain to me, Saki. And that's a mark of a great player.
That, you know what we call that, Mr. Aquaman? We call that anime. Okay, that's like big brain anime read that you're just like already ahead. You're using, you see the hitbox in your head and you're ready to just whiff or avoid it completely and then just enter into like this big brain mode. So,
You know how, Blade is called a daywalker?
yes,
Yeah,
I do.
yeah. People like that are a frame walker.
I get it, because they're frame and like they're so into the frames. That's
Exactly.
a good one. That's a good
Exactly.
one. I like that one. You're almost like in the
Frame
Matrix.
walker.
You could do the Matrix too.
Exactly.
With like Neo just seeing all the bullets. Very good stuff.
Oh yeah, there are definitely people that can read the ones and zeros that is the game for sure.
All right, Murko trying to get in using the cancels, still with the same variation, gonna get grabbed, and that is an escape fail, but doesn't mean too much for Cetrion, except that you're just seeing an escape failed on the screen.
Oh, these staggers, they've been eating everyone up. And
Everyone indeed.
at the end of that last match, I think he staggered him with 14 normals before he finally tried to do something. He has been putting the fear of the Shirai Ryu in people.
Oh, that early or late jump kick rather, and still getting caught by the launcher, and the reset to just go for the strike throw from Murko to keep Kitana in the corner, but you do see the rollout happen. This is literally one hit for both of these players. And staggers happening once again.
Here come those late game staggers. Those late game staggers.
There goes the mix, and then into the jump kick for the Hell's Wrap. That is an easy hit confirm, and putting Kitana Kahn with that first round.
Ooh, I was going to say the beautiful position, but two completely different reads right there.
Armored interactable. Everyone
Not MK11.
forgets that.
Armored? There's armors in? No.
Yep. In this case, this stage, personally as a competitor, not my favorite stage because of how good these interactables can be. And
Got him with the
literally,
Horn Shaper Shin.
right
Let's go.
there, just like I
No.
knew it. I knew it right there. Does so much damage. Tries to punish the roll.
It's crazy that interactable makes her a better character because of how much it increases her damage. It increases her damage when she's surrounded. Oh. Who is?
Right.
Everyone's ready for these late game throws too against Murko. He has had to rely on those staggers.
Oh, 100%. The conditioning has been met, but this is going to be some good damage from Murko. And we're going to tie up these 2 rounds.
Final round. Fight!
full screen range, once again having to block that fireball.
She blocked mid forward dash, and I'm shocked that she had to block that one. I thought she made it past. That's how weird that one is and wonky.
Yeah, it's such a weird, weird fireball that it's even its like active frames are considered weird. Going for the ground pound, still getting hit by that back 3 kick though. We do get the crushing blow. That's gonna be some burn damage.
Nice floss block right there. Every single lack of chip that you take can add up in an anti-air forward too. That is not something that you see every day. Wasn't even sure what to do with it. Just in time.
The teleport.
Oh.
Like you even saw the rock hit the mirage of the teleport. That's how close it was.
That's entering the matrix right there. He entered the matrix on that boulder.
Alrighty, so we have Murko versus Katanikon 1-1 tied up. It's like you mentioned, we have to have these games happen fast for Katanikon. If not, we see Murko just inching closer to that win, and definitely having to make the adjustments, and we're seeing it. It's crystal clear, as he could say.
I think that he should definitely use his Pokemon knowledge here. And definitely go spring cleaning. Bring a little bit more water to the matchup.
Scorpion.
You cannot let Murko get you cannot let Murko get warmed up. You gotta douse these flames. I haven't seen spring cleaning in a long time either.
I feel like that would be such a weird pickup. You know what's crazy is I've seen Cetrions try to play spring cleaning and they're like, I can't play this anymore. I need my wins back. But it looks like we're still gonna get that same avatar.
I have things to say, but I can't say them either.
We all know. We all remember spring cleaning, and we wish it came back. Kinda, not really. I don't know what the guys do.
Gosh forbid that they gotta take a risk. Anyways, here we go. One game apiece, and that cancel has saved Katanikon from getting punished, I don't know, 5 times in this bracket so far.
Indeed, and actually great usage of keeping knowledge to not use that fatal blow, actually forcing Murko to finally use breakaway, but we do see these pickups, and this is going to be an early crushing blow. Hopefully this works in the favor of Murko. You always want to be conscious of those types of crushing blows that do that amount of damage, especially so early in the game, right? But hopefully we can close it out. We're going to keep this corner and using the overhead from the respawn.
Round 2.
I got a question for you, Aquaman. Do you get hit by that overhead as much as I do? Be honest. Be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. I feel like we all get hit by that overhead more often than we like to admit.
Yep. I was gonna try to, fluff up my numbers a little bit, but I can't deny that thing does clip me. As most quick overhead shoot at MK11. That is the least threat that is going to be on the field, okay?
Good flawless block here from Katanikon and punishing the spear with ground pounds at such a full screen range, interrupting the back 3, but blocking low and getting opened up with the throw. Katanikon having to get up and be very careful. A flawless block on the rock wall.
Look at all of these games that they're playing into such a good late let go of that block. Didn't want to get any kind of input error on a negative edge coming from a crouch position. Perfect punish.
And a really big damage punish from the restand as well. So this is looking really nice for Katanikon. Finally being able to get the health lead in this matchup. Teleporting a little closer to Murko, but going for the full block. There goes the ground pound, canceling it early just in case Murko tried to do a teleport or the quick. Still getting hit by the overhead. We have 7 seconds on the clock. This is the slowish fatal throw. It is either or. The chip damage, no!
He lived!
Not able to get it in.
Oh no!
That had to be like 2 pixels.
So would the better option have been anything else? Because of how slow the ballerina spin was, even though he went for the optimal chip in the time allotted, because if 2 of those kicks in the multiple spinner Rooney that it is would have connected, GG's, I think.
It came down
to the second that it took for her to get there.
This might be a little, I'm sure Cetrion will correct me, but I think if they did like a 1-1 into Fatal Blow, it would have been enough time. Because 1-1 was the fastest button. And then Fatal Blow, even though it's a fast Fatal Blow, but the pushback on it, even though you can still punish it, there's still that small, like, oh, I got pushed back, now I have to respond. And it would have given Murko enough time to punish. Oh, those are just like those small things that I love to like look back after these broadcasts and just kind of like see how intricate the Mortal Kombat 11 is when it comes to those situations.
Yeah, I'm trying to look back now and remember if he even had meter, you know, because with just a 1-1 amplified deadly wind kind of closed out, because that's 4 hits of shit. Potentially could have. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with you there. And we're gonna see Kitana try to come through once again, brings out the deadly winds, tries to put Murko in this corner, blocks that weird projectile once again, but this time blocking the overhead, but we got a flawless block up 3 to answer back.
It's like flawless blocking down forwards like it's no big deal. Nice, Murko was looking for that teleport too.
Great.
Every time I see someone in neutral right there, let go of block and then look for it is someone that knows the matchup really well. Uh-oh. Matchup doesn't matter here. When Mom Cetrion's pressing these buttons. Like 1-1 tornado within the corner.
Great
tornado herself.
Oh,
man,
no.
you really got to see how wild 2 teleport characters can be against each other. Teleport swing, it was all over the place. It was madness, it was ugly, and it came down to one of those quick little swings, and Murko getting the 1-1 hit confirmed this time around. On the first attempt, he was dropping that earlier.
This is normal Murko for me, to be honest.
Madness?
Just seeing madness, clutch moments. I'm seeing Kitana Kahn's defense. It's there. It is absolutely there. It's just those like minute details or minute moments where you get hit and you're like, I'm getting overwhelmed by Scorpion Stagger, but we have also Cetrion's plus frames and hit advantage.
And that's just swinging for the fence there is Murko and believing in the ability to hit confirm just that back 2 for the big mid-range. What a check.
Great check indeed, stopping Murko from going too far out of that corner. Goes to staggers into the throw. And again, you mentioned it last game. Murko being able to make those calls for the throw. Oh, and we ducked the throw to get the crushing blow, launch Murko, and keep it in the corner. He tried to find the good ones, but we still hit those. We still hit those indeed.
Final round.
May have mistimed it just by a little bit, but knew, you know, it was strike throw territory. Didn't have enough advantage to jealous stand one. What could have been for Murko there, and Kitana Kahn given a little bit second life here and gets the health lead early. Big punish. Scorpion.
I think that was an attempt to flawless block it too to avoid the pushback, but Murko not able to do so.
And that's multiple teleportal ways that Murko has read properly, and that's something that you don't see an awful lot again.
Oh, that was a high attack, but we are not able to get the full hit confirmed, and not even the punish after jumping over the rock wall.
He just jumped through the rock wall for free, by the way. Who just jumps through the rock wall? I'm a little offended that that even happened in the first place. And now we're getting back to the Magnus Toe, picked up off of the down 4 anti-air, and Kitana Kahn. What an omelet to make it out of that scramble. 2-2. Another game 5.
Kitana Kahn has to win this match if they don't want to go into the next 3 matches. That is 3 matches of this madness, by the way. 3 matches that you would have to go through if you lose this one, and you don't want to. You want to make sure that you can clean it out, let it be, and tell Murko to try again next month, is what Kitana Kahn needs to do. But what great plays between these two. My goodness, I can't. My heart's always racing when I see either Murko or Kitana Kahn, and worse when they're playing against each other so well.
Every
Just
time.
absolutely phenomenal.
It's such a staple match here on the EU Fight Nights. And it just grab popcorn every time. You guys should have popcorn ready. If you guys are watching MK, competitive MK without popcorn, I argue you're messing up.
Yeah, it's honestly like watching a movie. You're watching like 10 Mortal Kombat movies. per like match. It's pretty good. It's pretty great entertainment.
Round
Better if the skins were like movie skins, but you know, some of these characters they're not in the movies yet. Patreon.
Oh yeah, I need some more Christopher Lambert Raiden in my life. I don't think so.
A great start here from Kitana Kahn. Already in that full screen range where Cetrion just thrives in that. Oh, we do see the throw whipping completely, and this is a good punish, optimal, and able to push Murko to the other side and closer to the corner.
That's about the third throw there. Kitana Kahn has read as well. That has blown Murko's health bar to oblivion, and that is going to be all she wrote. Match point, tournament point now for Kitana Kahn. What domination after that first hit.
Yeah, that health, practically all for Kitana Kahn. We are going to see a great start with the ground pound. Also, once again, trying to call out some of Murko's reactions and a shimmy attempt too. There goes the rock wall. Great tech from Murko. Tries to jump in, start pressure. Roars, just with punish. Just like that micro backdash, then use that free. There goes the overhead, and this is where it's going to get scary, but it looks like the auto-correcting happening between these two characters was putting Kitana Kahn on the other side, but we do respond with the stand one.
Finally called out those staggers. I mean, he was a +1, +2, 0, +1, 0. Finally
Sometimes
finds
it's
the
all
spot.
about that risk.
Back to neutral we go. Everyone's chilling. Checking respectively with these slow projectiles.
There goes the first big hit from that sequence. We do have the breakaway broken from Kitana Kahn. This actually might be it. This might be it.
It's around 400, right?
Yeah. Okay, there's the 3 rocks and then the big blast.
There's the hyper beam. Not enough.
37. I think because it's scaled from the hit advantage on the vine is what probably happened. But oh no! Why did you jump? No.
By the beard of Poseidon, that stand one anti-air was
final round.
incredible. We've seen all the anti-airs tonight, but we haven't just seen straight pure stand one anti-air on a jump kick. That was magical.
Oh, Murko is not blocking right now. Finally blocking after all those all that defensive meter just plain old gone. Gonna use the health wrap. Completely gets missed by the projectile.
That's unfortunate. Fighting fire with fire. This is a little bit better. She has the high ground.
Oh, there goes catching Murko's jump, going for the forward 2.
One more. Is this Kitana's week? Only a one-time previous champion, I believe, of Fight Nights. Looking to take it to the other. This is going to be a rivalry of the ages to get started here. Murko starting to come back with a throw. Those have gotten him burned before. Didn't teleport away. Kitana Kahn standing the ground and checking, even respectively up close with the down 4. It could be scary if you're wondering about the teleport.
There goes the rock wall, and it does indeed. Kitana Kahn taking this bracket tonight, defeating the legendary veteran Murko and saying March belongs to me because it's March Madness. What an amazing play. I'm actually really happy for Kitana Kahn. I was a little bit scared that Kitana Kahn was going to lose it in that interaction, probably was getting the adrenaline and the nerves flowing through, but no, instead, Kitana Kahn just playing super solid in that moment.
Congratulations, Kitana Kahn. Really showing us one of the dominant players in the EU scene right now, one of the best in the world, especially with that Cetrion. All of those reads, all of the text of the throw, all the reads on throws. We were seeing short hops on down 4s. That was the cherry on top of the milkshake for me. Saki was short hopping a down 4 and punishing. Such galactic level play and very well earned against one of the best players here, and getting another victory under the belt, a little bit extra money, and Kitana Kahn's on the board.
100% agree with you. That was such a great match between these two. It was very intense. Congratulations to you, Kitana Kahn. Definitely let's check out that bracket one last time to see it all filled out and with updated scores. So Kitana Kahn is your March winner for these PlayStation tournaments. Murko will be going home with second place. Zyppery third, and Milo in fourth. So congratulations to our top four, as well as congratulations to everyone who made it to today's bracket as being part of the top 8. It is no easy feat, and you definitely should pat yourselves on the back and be proud of the progress that you're making in Mortal Kombat 11.
Yeah, everyone that showed up here played some great Mortal Kombat. You guys are awesome. And we've seen some of these guys hopefully on the next one, Saki, and later today. Speaking of seeing some other MK players, we got some NA action coming later tonight that I'm real excited about.
Yes, I'm also excited myself. I will be commentating those matches, so you'll definitely be able to see that happening later tonight. Aquaman, it was a pleasure to hop in and see the later end of this bracket, so thank you for being my caster here.
Thank you as well. And I'm like 4% sure that I might be there later this evening. We will see, ladies and gentlemen, for the NA portion of the bracket, where I better be seeing some suns be praised. I want those North American Kodals running wild, Saki. I don't care. Everyone's like, shut up, Aquaman, the Kodal card here. I say it every time. I'm ready. NA action's going to be hot. But so is EU every single time.
Absolutely. And once again, remember that you can also compete at compete.playstation.com. This is where you're able to be participating and get your chance to be on this stage. Make sure to go and do it. I don't want to see any DMs after this is done and be like, hey, Saki, where can I find out? It's literally right here. It's like right here. That's
simple. Don't ask us. It's right there. Compete. Actually, if you want to ask us, ask us. That's cool. We will point you in the right direction, but it's right there. Compete.playstation.com. And you guys can also join the community Discord, PlayStation Tournaments community Discord, to find regular updates on esports events, articles, videos, and meet others to improve your game with. They regularly host play sessions, interviews with figures in the community, and other social content. There's a lot going there if you guys want to find people to play Mortal Kombat with. If you're looking for future events, join the Discord. It's right there on the screen. It's in the chat. Check it out. Find some events. Get involved yourself. And there's also other games going on, not just Mortal Kombat. There's Dragon Ball Fighter, Street Fighter, and Tekken, just for the fighting game community. And they're doing all kinds of other games in other genres. Just go check it out. PlayStation Tournaments. It's kind of awesome. Thank you so much for putting on this event. Seriously, guys, thank you. I'm looking at you, PlayStation. I'm not talking to the chat.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, and shout outs to PlayStation for really helping our scene and definitely bringing some awesome hype competition. And of course, thank you everyone at home for joining us. Thank you to all the players for playing, and it's been a really, really fun time. We'll be seeing you for the NA side of things later.
When is that, Saki?
I think that is going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern, if my time zones are correct. I'm terrible at time zones.
I'm 4% sure that she is.
Say we'll
9 o'clock, 9 Eastern, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. Right here.
Time zones are terrible. Daylight savings really messed all of us up. So
and we're all in different time zones. So
absolutely. So we'll be seeing you in the next one. Be sure to tune in for later tonight's broadcast. Have a good one, everyone.
PlayStation.